But anyway, we get to watch this New World commercial together. I'm very excited about that. All right.
Oh shit, I completely forgot that I...
Skip ahead here. Find the start. All right, here we go. Picking Toad. I assume there's not a whole lot to talk about in 1-1 for a PB attempt at this level. I'll take an eye. I'll keep an eye out to see if I notice anything.
Oh my god, I love
All right,
it.
got the swag double jump.
Or FFC.
Just moving through here. Nothing to see.
So I saw that.
Obviously skipping the one up. Tweeter strats, that's personal preference. Does save a little bit of time doing it that way. All right. The cursed setup on the clip, but it works for you, so no issue here. Should be in plenty of time for this first egg. Yeah, really the only thing here I'm looking for is how aggressive you are on this third egg. You're playing this pretty cautiously. You could probably shave off a tenth or two. You know, standing a little closer to Birdo or even on Birdo, you know, whatever your preference is. Okay, going with Luigi in 1-2. I do like that. Okay, I don't like the way you got to that ledge. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. So if you jump from the edge of that starting brown platform, just a full jump from the edge, you'll make it all the way over to... I went too far. You'll make it all the way to... You'll land like where you're hovering above right now. That way you can do it without slowdowns. And then... Yep, you jumped pretty much on a little bit on the later end of where you can do. Actually, let's go back here a little bit. Do you slow down at all? You do have to slow down there a little bit. Okay, so one little thing you could do, let me go back a little further. It's hard to go back just a little bit on Twitch. So you can just run off of this platform and onto the next one, and a full jump from like right before the midway point of it will take you right onto the next vase. And that way you don't have to slow down or wait for Luigi to fall at all. I'll save a little bit of time. You already don't have a ton of time to work with over Toad strats. So you kind of want to optimize this a little bit if you're going with Luigi. All right, good pause, unpause there. All right, I assume you do the same jumps every time to avoid Phanto. All right, good kill. All right, that should still be faster than going Toad there without Veggie Glitch. But you could probably shave a few more tenths off for pretty much for free. All right, going for the cursed grab. If you're not getting that consistently, it's probably not worth it. If you take damage, you end up losing a little bit of time. All right, going under the ninjas, throwing. Okay. No issues here. All right, doing the jump right off the bat, grabbing the flurry. Looking good here.
Wait, do I not have Cat Jam on my FFC emote?
Curious to see if you go for Zombie Rocket or not. Looks like no Zombie Rocket. You're probably good enough that you could be going for Zombie Rocket and not losing runs here. You know, as long as you're comfortable doing this screen without taking damage, there's really no reason not to go for it. Well, I guess if you're using Luigi in 1-2, that complicates things. If you can't just leave a controller plugged in with all the inputs on the second one clamped down for the kill code. You could clamp down like up and B and then use your big toe or something on A or something like that, but it's not a huge time save, but it kind of negates this time you're saving in 1-2 with Luigi. All right, no issues there. Potion. All right, so there's one little tiny thing you could change. Let's see if I can pause it. Okay, so I paused slightly late. When Toad is directly under the first ice block overhead there, a full jump will put you right on that whale's tail so that you don't have to worry about the about turning back. But otherwise that looked good. You looked like you were pretty safe from not bonking the booties of any of the big whales, which is kind of the scary thing. So yeah, I know Samurai is in chat talking about how scary that is, but that looked like a pretty safe whale screen. Yeah, you could avoid a little turn back there if you wanted to. All right, we got Toad 6-1. All right, so there, instead of stopping to grab that first Cobrat, I would probably recommend just going under it and then grabbing the next Shy Guy. That little stop and baiting the Cobrat out, that's costing you more time than just skipping the Cobrat grab. Hey, thank you so much for the sub, Fanto. Welcome in. He's muted, so I'm going to send him a little emote there. Yeah, I'd recommend just going under that Cobrat and then probably pretty much doing the rest the same way. You got a couple turnbacks there. It's not like a huge deal. Just getting through this screen consistently is the most important thing. Yeah, you could do that screen probably a full second faster, maybe even a second and a half without turnbacks, but you know, if you're not comfortable there, it can be certainly a little scary to get through there. Oh, the cursed grab. I mean, if you're getting it consistently, go for it, but I personally wouldn't take the chance. I want to be big for this Birdo fight so I can be super aggressive. Yeah, and then you just don't even have to worry about what Birdo is doing. You just grab the block and throw it like you did there. That's probably the most worthwhile thing. I have a feeling I'm going to have the same commentary here in 6-2 as we did in all levels, that I'm not a huge fan of Pumpkinless just because you risk the despawn. You know, it probably saves less than a second to grab to throw the pumpkin midair versus what you're doing, but it should also be more consistent. All right, moving through. Getting through without a slowdown there. That's nice. All right, you don't really have to wait for that fireball there. You know, as Big Luigi, you're going to take damage most likely with that strat either way, so you might as well just take it a little earlier if Birdo is shooting a fireball. But small pennies here. Missing a ladder jump, obviously not ideal. You can squeeze in a second ladder jump at the top there. Like once you're pretty much right here on the ladder, you can squeeze in another small jump. And, you know, assuming you don't miss the first one, you tend to get a more fortuitous Birdo pattern if you squeeze in a second one on this screen. All right, I would probably like to see you ladder jump up to the potion instead of climbing the whole way. And I don't have audio right now, but as soon as you're on top of that platform that's covering like the right half of the screen, you can do a small jump and start building some downward momentum. That way you get to the door a little faster. Hey, welcome in, Bagler. How's it going? Make sure to get that redemption in so no one else poaches it out from under you, Bagler. Yeah, like you could be getting there a couple legs earlier, but there were some mistakes there. We got the cosplay redemption. Let's go. I'll save that for your roast. All right, so that's a pretty good Tri-Clyde fight there. No issues. Let me watch that again, actually.
Yes, I can.
Pay a little closer attention with what you're doing here. Oh, okay. I didn't even catch that the first time around. So when you go in here and you float over, let go of jump so that you land on the far left edge here. And when you do that, if you immediately jump and then let go of jump when you hit the ceiling, you'll fall straight down onto, was it the third or fourth block or something? It'll save a little bit of time. It's also a little easier to get that first hit in, I think, without the turn back. But that was a nice fight. Like, we're talking a couple tenths here. All right, so there, one tiny thing you could do is try and stop yourself from going any further right when you're right here. And then as you're jumping up to that middle cloud, once you're nearly up on it, start holding left so that you land towards the left side of the middle cloud, and then that'll pretty much have you grabbing the ladder at the height of the peak of your next jump. You know, these little things can make a difference on which rocket cycle you get. All right, I'd like to see you ladder jump over to that pillar. All right, little turn back there. I think it looked like you knew you didn't quite get there. And then a full jump from the end of that cloud will clear the pillar, but it looked like you were just kind of scrambling there a little bit. Hey, welcome in, Don. Thank you for the raid. I was lurking in your stream a bit today.
I did not.
All right, really nice ladder grab there. Getting up. All right, the right side ladder jumps can be a little scary there, and it looked like you played it cautiously there after missing the first one. All right, no left side ladder jumps at all from Stewie. I assume you know not to jump over that there. Yeah, so we're scrambling a little bit on Birdo here. So generally speaking, oh God, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Okay, so generally speaking, you want to, hey, Davesies, welcome in. Good luck today. For the first hit, you want the block to end up on the far right block here on this platform, so you don't have to wait for Birdo to get out of the way. And then if you're still Big Luigi, you want to keep the block close to you, just because it takes so long to fetch it with Luigi. It's just so slow and cumbersome that, like, after you make the first hit, grab it, walk to wherever Birdo is, and sometimes you don't have to walk at all depending on where in the pattern you get there, and then drop it on Birdo and immediately jump up and grab it for the next one. It'll save you a little bit of time versus going back and forth, but it looked like you were kind of in survival mode here on the 7-1. There were a couple little mishaps that you handled well.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Come on.
On to 7-2. Got the Toad. Waiting for those sniff it shots. So it looks like we got second cycle strats here. Grab that. Yep. That was pretty slick. All right. You don't need to ditch that Shy Guy so soon. You can take that right up to the chain with you. It doesn't have an active hitbox right away. So you can even throw it into the wall as you're grabbing the chain and it won't hurt you. It's, I don't know, like half a second or a full second or something until it'll hit you. So you can get to that chain a little faster. Hopping down here, going through. Yeah, I would like to see you jumping up to that chain rather than climbing the whole way. Even if you come to a stop and then jump in place, it'll save you a bit of time. Waiting for that egg. One thing there is when you're waiting for that egg, so Birdo had started moving left again there. If you had gone over to the chain, Birdo would have been off screen and you would have gotten a little bit less lag there. So if you just like fall down and then tap down when you're like halfway down the chain, you'll grab the chain and you can wait there and you'll have fewer sprites on screen. All right, going top route. It scares me, but it's a little faster. All right, second block. You can jump all the way up onto that orb, by the way. Just a big full jump and then let go of run and right when you land on it, and you'll pretty much come to a dead stop. All right. And you do this fight big, which I don't love, but you're used to it and it's working for you. You probably will have trouble hitting fastest cycle consistently without damage boosting on that fight, but it looked like you pretty much nailed second cycle timing here. All right, looking good. All right, do we go for the Kobe? Go for the Kobe. Oh, you somehow snuck that through. Generally, you want to do a full jump from the edge of the platform you jump from, and then throw when you're pretty much centered between the next two Phantom masks. And that'll hit over top of Wart. That's at least how you do it as Small Toad. That way you don't have to try and thread the needle through the bubbles like that. It might be a little different as Big Toad. It might be closer to that Phanto above the middle Veggie Shooter.
Let's go.
But overall, that's a really solid fight. We're kind of splitting hairs here. So GG's on the 902. Really nicely done. Very nicely done. Yeah, a couple things here and there you could tweak to bring down your sum of best a bit. But you are well on your way to a sub 9 here. GG's, Stewie.